Good afternoon, everybody. What is going on? I am Jeff GrantMEDIA. In today's real user review, we're going to be talking about the Bagaboo Wander Bag. But first, Hazel is coming.
I brought my toy, and her name is Louisa.
Louisa and Hazel Fantastic are joining us for the real user review.
Her name is Louisa Poddy. That's her name on the video.
Okay. Well, they're both going to join us for the real user review of the Bagaboo Wander. But first, the disclaimer. I did reach out to Bagaboo a couple of months ago and asked them if they wanted to partner up and do a review. They said yes, so they did send me the Wander and the Jumbo, which I will be doing in the future, for free. But all of the opinions in this video are mine and mine alone. I did not share this content with Bagaboo prior to publication. They will see this when you do. Now, first things first. Hazel, what do you think of this backpack?
It's cute, and I love the birdie.
She loves the birdie on it. And this is one of their limited run bags. They normally do the Wander bag with the regular Bagaboo tag on it, but this one has something a little extra. Now we're gonna go ahead and do a quick spec rundown to get us going. The Bagaboo Wander is built in Budapest, Hungary. It is available in gray, navy, red, teal, and black. The Wander is constructed of a core Dura-Nylon, YKK zippers, and a nice metal G-hook. The bag features a rear laptop sleeve, one larger front admin pocket, two smaller organizational zipper pockets, and then on the inside there is a Velcro pocket along the front, and then another one along the left side of the bag. It is a roll top pack that comes in at about 20 liters, and it runs about 177 euro, or about $190 USD. And now is the part of the video that you all actually came here to see, the real user review. And as always, we're gonna start with the negative points. And they are these two front pockets right here. I like them, they're very, very useful. They come in really handy. I keep things inside here like one of my pocketbook slims. And then on the other side, we have, honestly, I forget what I stuffed in here. This is a newer sack that I've added. What is in here? Oh, this is like my earbuds and my charger for my tablet. Now this one's pretty small. It fits in the pocket, no problem. But the pocketbook slim is also pretty small. But these pockets, I feel like they're just a tiny bit too small. I would like to see them just a little bit taller, because just the pocketbook slim, I can get it in there. It's not a lot of work, but I can't put it straight in because if you can see here, it sticks out just enough that I can't zipper the pocket. So I have to insert it into the pocket this way, which isn't that big of a deal. I'm getting better at this, but it kind of gets stuck sometimes. And it's usually a little bit more of a problem getting it out because when I'm trying to pull it out, I'll kind of get it stuck on the, you can't really see, but the side of the zipper here might kind of get stuck a little bit. And it's a little bit of work getting it out. But the pockets themselves are incredibly useful. I keep these quick access items on the outside of the bag. And again, this one's pretty easy because I just fold that over, stick that in, and zip it up. But I wish these were just a tiny bit taller because then I could fit probably a few different items in here besides these smaller pouches. And honestly, that's about it. I've been using this bag for about a month now, and I've been trying to find something I don't like about it. But it's a very straightforward, simple design that's very easy to use. And the only thing that I've really kind of come to dislike is that these two front pockets, I just wish they were just a tiny bit taller, and that's really it. I just wish I had maybe a ½ inch more space. I'd be able to fit a few more things inside here, and I wouldn't have an issue getting things out of the bag. Usually, again, going in isn't that much of a problem. Coming out, sometimes it'll get caught on the lip of the zipper, and that's about it. So now we're gonna go ahead and move into the points of note about the bag. And we're gonna start with the D-lock pocket. Now, I actually have a D-lock, but I have no idea where it's at. So I couldn't show you how this actually works with the D-lock because I don't know where mine is. So this pocket is not a water bottle pocket. It's much too narrow to stick a water bottle in there, but it does have enough space to have some quick access items, which I keep my flashlight, and if you saw my Woobin flashlight review, you know that I needed to grab this quite quickly. I don't remember if I had this pack or if I had a different pack at the time, but because I needed it at work, it was pitch black, keeping it in here is super, super accessible. And I also keep some cortisone cream. I got this little touch of eczema that just won't go away. It just gets really dry and itchy on my wrist. So I keep these two things that the eczema cream I grab quite frequently, and because I got caught in the dark at work, I've been keeping my flashlight pretty handy. And this, again, is a D-lock pocket, but it has multiple uses. This is my quick access for things that I either need constantly or something that I'm afraid I'm gonna get stuck in the middle of a warehouse that I can't see because there's no external windows. So we keep those quick and easily accessible. So those are points of note. If you do not have a D-lock and you're using this bag, you can still use this pocket for a couple quick access items, and it works really well. Now the bag is a roll top that closes with a G-hook, and you can simply flip the G-hook. It has a few different it's kind of almost like a MOLLE panel, so you can adjust it for how much you're going to carry in the bag. And you can actually load this thing up pretty high. So you can carry quite a bit in this bag and really, really expand it. But one additional feature of the G-hook strap is I find once I'm hooked and I get home from work, so I don't want to lose my work ID badge, you can quick and easily clip your work ID badge to the roll top closure strap so you don't lose it. I'm always looking for a place to stick that ID when I get home that's quick and easy, so I remember to take it off and put it on my belt before I go to work, because one thing I hate doing is when I have to stick it in an internal pocket, I inevitably get to the door, my hands are full, and then I'm trying to set things down. It's usually raining or snowing, trying to set things down, get my bag off my back, dig through my bag, find my work ID. So I love when I can find a little place on my bag to clip my work ID. So if I happen to forget to put it on, sometimes I can just reach behind me and pull it off and just scan myself in the building. But usually I like to see it when I'm getting ready to leave the house, so I will take it off my bag and put it on my belt loop right away, so I don't have that fidgeting at the door, because it always happens when I'm bringing like my groceries, my salad dressings and my waters and my coffee, and I have a tote bag full of stuff, and I'm usually carrying some camera gear back to the office, and it's a mess. So when I find it on the outside and I have a little place to clip the ID badge, I absolutely love it. And so point of note, if you have to clip your work ID badge to something so you don't forget it, you can put it right here to the top of the roll top strap. And there we have it. It's just a very clean, simple, nice design. So there's not a lot that can go wrong with the bag, and there's not a lot to complain about. I mean, it works really, really well. So we might as well just go ahead and start getting into the positive points. And the first one I'm going to talk about is the roll top. Now, I've said this in the past, there are 3 types of roll top bags. There are ones that are just a straight tube that are the same width of the bag all the way up. Then there are ones that usually taper, which I can't really show you because there's plastic stays in here, but they'll kind of taper in, so the opening is smaller than the bottom of the bag. And then there are bags that flare out at the top. And if you can see this, here's my top, and here's the bottom of the bag. The flares are the ones that I love the most. The tube is okay. The tapered ones kind of suck. They make it really difficult to access the inside, but the flares are the best. I can easily get inside my bag here. Now, it's really hard to see because, well, you know, you're looking into a dark black hole. But me looking down, I can see into this bag. I can access it no problem. I can get like my tech kit. I can access that front pocket that I said along the front where I get oh, I dropped it. That was my fault. I have my first aid kits. I have my pound cakes and stuff. I can easily access those. I can get in and out of them, no problem. Put them back in. I can Velcro it back together. Then along the left-hand side, as I mentioned before, is the other pocket. I get my little tool kit in there. I can get that in and out. And then I do keep some stuff all the way at the bottom that I don't always access. Like there's, oh, yeah, it's still in there. An extra winter hat that I don't need because it was just 90 degrees in April here for like 3 days in a row, but that's like all the way at the bottom. But I can still get to the bottom of the bag and get that. I can get my admin pocket. I can get, it's over here. I can get my notebook that I'm using because my notes for this video are written on it. But I can easily access everything inside the bag. I can get all the way down and I can see inside here. Now again, It's hard for you to see because the camera just, you know, you're looking into a big black hole. Visually, I can see, and this has this gray interior, which isn't the brightest, so it's not like the most high-vis interior, but I can still see in here plenty good enough to see everything that I have, and I can get stuff in and out, and I can just tuck. That's another thing you should know. I should mention that right now. So when you're rolling, make sure you tuck these sides in behind the stays and get a good tight roll, because if you get caught in the rain, you don't want those sides to bulge out because that will let water ingress into the bag. So you get a nice good tight roll. You flip over your G-hook, find whatever loop along the panel there, lock it in, you're good to go. And you can see I also have at the bottom of this, there's a hook, and that's where I've been keeping my hero clip. I'll stick like my hat on here if I'm on the bike or the scooter or something. I'll just simply clip my hat on there. Usually if I'm on the scooter, because I'm wearing like a helmet, so I'll usually clip the hat there so I can hide this terrible, I just took a shower, so I have puffy hair, puffy curly hair. I can easily hide my terrible head when I get to the office. But that is a feature I actually really love on roll top bags, is when they have the flare out. It makes just accessing the bag so much easier. And again, I can easily get to the front mesh pocket, I can get to the side mesh pocket, I can get everything inside the bag. I can even get to the bottom where that hat was literally on the very bottom of the bag, because I haven't worn it because again, it was like 90 degrees. It was 80 something today, but it was 90 degrees for like 3 days in a row, and it's the middle of April right now. So roll top, 2 thumbs up on that. I love when they flare out. It just makes life so much easier when you're doing a top-down access bag. One of the other things I really love about this bag too is inside your front access, you know, I keep a bunch of junk in here, but there's actually, you can kind of maybe see it coming through, see the outline. This is my pen. There are 2 pen loops that are actually on the front of the bag. So they're along the front seam instead of along the back. Now there's a mesh pocket in the back that kind of helps you divide it up, but then the pen is actually, there's 2 pen loops on the front of the bag, which I find very interesting and kind of cool because I've never seen that before. Usually your admin's always on the back side of the bag towards the internal, but this is on the front. Now it's pretty easy to access. I'm trying to do this without looking to try to do it cool, but I got it in there. I got my pen in there, no problem. But there's 2 loops and there's plenty of slack. I could probably actually fit, you know, 2 pens per loop, so I could probably put 4 pens or like, you know, a full regular size Sharpie and like 2 pens in there, no problem. But I like that because, I don't know, it's just interesting. I've never seen it with the pen loops on the front of the bag. They're always on this back side, they're never on this front side, which is really cool. And then there's a mesh pocket that you can kind of see here that runs along the back, and that's where I stick some of these things in here for dividers. And I keep, you know, my other, my tuna tin and my sardine tin. I keep them in there, and it's a good, pretty flat pocket. And I usually have these 3 things crushed in there. This is my, again, my tuna tin, my sardine tin, and then this one is masks. There's extra masks and stuff in here because still need them every once in a while. Doctor's office, dentist's office are still requiring me to wear masks, so I like to keep them in here in case the one that I leave in my car falls out of the glove box. I bring it in to wash it because I wore it. I like to keep a couple extras in here, and there's also like a buff in here which works. I've been wearing buffs for years. Pre-pandemic, I've been wearing buffs just when it's cold in the winter. Instead of a scarf, I have an extra buff in here. So there, I got my winter hat on the inside, and I got a buff in here. But I keep all of that, again, in this mesh pocket that runs along the back. And there's still plenty of room because this doesn't have a ton of expandable space, but it does expand outward, so I can fit these 3 things in this mesh pocket to kind of keep them from bouncing around. And then I still have room on the inside of the bag so I can fit a couple of more things. And I'll throw random things in there, like sometimes I'll throw like a breakfast bar in there or something like that, or like a granola bar. If I'm going to work, I'll toss 1 or 2 of those in there, and I'll usually just throw them in this pocket, and then when I get to work, I'll take them out, throw them on my desk, and munch on them throughout the day. So the quick access admin style pocket, it works really, really well, and I like how it has these 2 pen slots right on the front of the bag. And I really, really like this clean, simple design. I like how the grab handle is integrated into the shoulder straps so it doesn't interfere with the closure of the bag, because in the roll top sometimes they will put a loop here that sometimes will kind of get caught, especially if you have a strap like this that comes over, you can maybe put the strap over the quick access handle, the grab handle, so then the grab handle's under the strap. But because this grab handle is part of the actual shoulder straps, you can still access it. It's not gonna get in the way, and it's about 1 inch thick, so it does cover a decent part of the palm. So when you grab it, it kind of disperses the weight pretty good, so you're not just having that tiny piece of like 1/2 inch webbing that just digs into your hand. And while we're talking about the straps, they are pretty flexible. They do have a lot of flex, and they have a fair amount of padding in them. I have not had any issues. This only being like a 20-liter bag, I don't really carry a ton in here. So, I mean, everything that I've carried has felt completely fine, and I've used this over a bunch of different jacket combinations. Again, it's been warm, so I've been wearing like light jackets. I've been wearing like rain jackets. I probably wore this over like my North Face Tri-Climate once or twice, which is my heaviest jacket that I normally wear, or like my Iron Resin Scout, or my Flint and Tinder Wax Trucker jacket is the one I've been wearing a lot lately. Rain jackets, because again, it's been warmer and rainy. So I've worn this over a few different jacket combinations, and it's always felt good. The straps have some good flex. I will sometimes, depending upon which jacket, have to loosen the straps to get it on, and that's usually like the yarn and resin, because it's a little bit more form-fitting, so I can't like do the whole get it on, and you just have to loosen the straps, get it on, and then zip them back down. And they do actually adjust very, very easily. There's no snag points, and they catch, they hold, so they're not really coming loose, but they do adjust very, very easily. Now, the one thing I haven't really been carrying lately is my laptop, but in the rear access panel here, the thing I have been carrying is my tablet. Now, this is just a 10-inch tablet. This fits in here, no problem. And I did fit my 16-inch MacBook Pro in here, and that also fits in here with 0 issues. So I can carry a 15-inch MacBook Pro inside the bag, no problems. And I did walk around the house for like 5 minutes or so with the MacBook Pro in the bag, and I couldn't feel it pressing into my back at all. It was comfortable enough. I was probably wearing like a t-shirt, or maybe like a t-shirt and a button down, so I didn't have anything thick on. I just wanted to see if I can feel it pressing in, because sometimes the laptop sleeves and bags are a little tight, and you can feel the computer on your back or pressing into your back, and that was not the case here. Again, it was only like 5 minutes or so, and I didn't feel it. And I've never felt the tablet pressing against my back at all, and the tablet's basically lived in here the whole month or so that I've been testing the bag. So, fit, feel, finish, do I recommend you buy this bag? And honestly, I really, really like this bag. Again, I only have like that one negative thing to say about it, that I wish the 2 lower pockets were a tiny bit bigger. I could fit more in them, and I can access them a little bit easier. But other than that, this bag is actually really, really nice. It's very clean, it's very functional. I like this colorway. I love green. I'm partial to green bags. The one thing I love about this pack is that the roll top flares out, which makes access so much easier. I hate when it flares in, that it makes the bag almost useless. It makes a roll top almost completely useless. A straight tube is okay. A flare out is what you really want to see with the roll top bag. So this gives me complete total access to the bag. I can get everything in the bag. I can get that front pocket. I can get that side pocket. You saw I got my hat that was all the way at the bottom of the bag. I can access everything. And even though it's a gray, it's like a medium gray liner, it's not high vis, I can still see clearly into the bag. But the access is really, really nice. Again, if you're not using a D-lock, you can use this for a quick access pocket as well. Wish I knew where mine was, just so I can show you how it works, but I can't find it. The straps, very, very nice. I like that the grab handle is integrated into the straps, so you don't have to worry about looping over it with the roll top, or the closure for the roll top. But overall, this bag is very clean. These are made in Budapest, Hungary, which is awesome. And I have been following Bagaboo for a long time. So for me to get something made in Budapest, Hungary, it's just awesome. I'm very happy with the bag. The quality is top notch. This thing is bulletproof, it's bomb proof. It's built for just about any purpose. I mean, it's a cycle-oriented company, but this bag was built to wear on the bike, but you could definitely EDC this in the car. Motorcycles, scooters, bicycles, mass transit. It's very, very comfortable to wear. Again, every jacket combination I wore it in, it was completely fine, completely comfortable. I didn't feel like I was restricted in any way. Everything is easily accessible. It's a very clean design that I really, really like. I like the colorway. Again, very partial to green colors. and what I say, like $190 USD after the conversion. I think that's right on point. I would definitely say this is about a $200 bag, easy, all day, every day, worth every penny. So if you were thinking about getting a Bagaboo Wander, go for it. I'm very, very satisfied with this bag. I love this pack. It's very simple, clean to use. Again, the only thing I wish was that these two pockets were just a tiny bit bigger, but other than that, and I was really struggling to try to find a couple of things wrong with this bag, but I just couldn't. So is it worth your money? Yes, I think this is definitely worth your money. This is definitely worth every bit of $200 USD. So if you're thinking about getting a Bagaboo Wander, pull the trigger, go for it. I don't think you'll be disappointed. So if you like this video or any of my other videos, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Smash that big red button and ring that bell right next to it so you get notifications the next time I post a brand new video. Good night.